Hey guys, it's time for a little walkthrough of Omb Battlefield. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it starts out with this thing. Now there's no real easy way to do this. It's a little like sloppy and weird because of the key. I'm pretty much using P and M here, and then I think I'm using P and M for this. But notice how I'm muting. Using my middle finger here to mute. And when I'm doing these slaps, I'm sort of, it's a combination of the arm moving a little bit up and down, and also the wrist going like this, and the thumb hitting the strings so that the strings actually hit the frets. That's how you get that click sound. You want that click, you want that. You want. So you get that. Okay, but anyways. This first slap, I'm gonna slap, and I'm not gonna slap like back here because I don't want things to ring out. And I'm actually taking the way I'm muting the string, I'm actually muting with like the back of my middle finger, like after I do the slap, like so I'm like almost, it's like a loose fist, so that it mutes what's happening after. This one. I'm trying to very lightly slap and flick just a little bit with the index finger. You don't flick it out like that. You almost kind of keep it like this, and the motion is like just a little tiny bit of hit and sort of a spread of these two fingers. It's an awkward move. You're doing 1 and 2 here to 2 and 4. Again, when you do these slaps, you don't want that, right? It's got to hold down for a second. Using 2 here to walk down, and then grabbing 2 and 4 here. Now here, I decided at the last second to let these ring out. I just thought it sounded better. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember what I did in the recording. Anyways, whatever. You can, depending on what I did, and depending on what you want to do, you can let these high notes ring out, or you can mute them. So, and the way you're doing that is by, after you do the slaps, the slapping click sound is coming from your thumb rotating. You can get a lot of sort of torque from that, a lot of horsepower there, and then using the tips of these knuckles right here to actually rest on the strings after you play them so that they mute. And you can use the index finger too over here. Actually, the second one, it's really hard to mute it like that. I think I am using the bottom of my index finger to do that, if I do that. But then you can also go like this. If you like that sound more. And the way you do that is by, it's just making sure that you don't have anything muting stuff. Down here. So really the ideal place to hit with a thumb is so that it hits as if you're about to play the A string. Like if you hit, you play the A string right after it, and most of the sound is coming from the low E string hitting the fretboard. Now here, I'm flicking down hit, flick down with the index finger, use the middle finger to hit that E string on the way back up. And then again, this move is, it's this. See how my index finger is like curled up like that? Because if I do it too much, I'll get everything, and I don't really want everything. Now I'm here. Index finger. I'm trying to hit it twice. Boom, boom. Freaking hard though. I grab the pinky here, and then, and for here, P-I-M, and then an M, or an A-I right there. Now here I'm just going to be lazy with the index finger, letting it sort of hit the fourth and third strings. And then everything cuts off, right? And pinky is alone there. So this is a hard one. Like getting a pull off to sound good between the pinky finger and the ring finger is still really hard for me, and usually people are really they're really deficient in technique when it comes to actually doing that. It almost helps me to think about pushing this finger upwards, while at the same time I'm taking the pinky and going down. It's almost like I'm doing a scissor motion with these. It's tricky, man. I don't know what to tell you. And notice I go ba ba boom, and then I go right here to mute it a little bit more. It's like as soon as my thumb hits, I'm muting here. It's kind of it's nice. So instead of getting a lot of that E note ringing out, you can kind of get a. Now here, what's going on is I'm. Notice you're only hearing one string, right? Only one string. That's not because I'm so good with my right hand over here that I can perfectly not hit any other strings. Like no, you're gonna use your pinky and you can use the rest of your hand to mute the strings behind it. So you can go. You get to play every string at once. Watch. The only thing that's ringing out is that. Do a little pinch here, pinch with the index, okay, like this. Little pinch, so that I can get that E string ring out. They go boom, boom, put the bar down. Now you basically redo the section, and now it's got these weird slides and a couple like really, really weird licks that took me a long time to get. Oops. I'm using A to go. Using the A as a chance to get up there. So A, smack, and I'm trying to. The ideal place for your thumb here is to smack so that you're about to. So you're about to play the D string, okay? Because it's going to let you mute the A string and the E string. It'll stop the E string from ringing out if it was from the previous stuff. It's tricky. And it's almost like this is the move, right? So this is the ideal place for your thumb, and then I just kind of go. It's like I kind of just right? It's like I could play the D string right here, or I could just kind of pivot on my thumb a little bit, bam. That's actually what's happening. Same thing, but now the chord, there's a D in the chord, So it doesn't matter as much as if this is ringing out, right? You can have that ringing out, right? Nice little C chord, something we're slightly familiar with among all this madness. Now this lick. This is not kid friendly. All right, I'll say that much. What you're gonna do? Hit this chord. Do it short. I'm using my left hand to come off to make it nice and short. The idea here is the first thing you want to be able to get is this. Right? I'm using my index finger middle over here, and then I'm just barring here. Right? Now here, I don't want you to keep this held down. It has to come up. Okay, the index finger is going, it's barring, it's doing a little pinch bar, these two notes up here. The pinky is hitting, at the same time I'm letting the index finger mute the high E and the G there. But then it pulls off to just me playing a normal note with the index finger there, not with a bar. M-I. That's pretty much it. Same here. I'm trying to hit these notes or just the D here. And the way you think about these really complex, like multi-line parts, you can think of them not as multiple lines, just one weird part, like one single line. So it's boom, 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 bana, boom, bana, then you got another one. Pinky. Now here, I slap, I flick with the index finger. I'm going to use my middle finger to pluck upwards. And then here you just go, not too bad actually. It doesn't sound as bad, like the first one almost seems more complicated, but for some reason it seemed easier and this one seemed harder. I don't know why. And the whole sequence is and straightened here. Boom, ba, boom. Oh, here. Bar. That's a flick with the index finger while I'm letting. See what these fingers are doing? They're always muting stuff. If you got watch what happens if I don't mute. That sounds like crap. Like these songs where you're hitting stuff, muting is a huge thing. It's like the most important thing to making it sound good. Now here, I would do middle or index and middle here, and then grab a. Got a 7 quick. So it's middle and index and then P and A right after. Bam. P-A. I-A. And then we're back into this. Not too crazy there. If you can do the other stuff, you can do that part easy. Here. Now for getting this little lick, what you're doing is, with the left hand, you want to get, this is ringing out, this is ringing out, this is ringing out, but instead of being all the way down like that, I'm up just a tiny bit. So this is not I'm not holding this down. It's muted, okay? Because this has to be the top note, right? And I'm just flick, okay? No hit here. It's a nice flick. This is cake. If you do the other stuff, this part's cake, man. You're just playing like boom, hit. And when I do the hit, look at, I'm getting ready to play. Look, I got my fingers like right on the strings that they need to be on. Well, actually not right on. They're actually a little bit above the strings, and they quickly move. Actually here, and then they move in position. Like maybe it'd actually be better if I. That'd probably be better if I did that. If I concentrate on slapping with my thumb and then just getting the fingers in position. But I'm doing everything just because I like to mute stuff so much. Just kind of play with it, like see what feels natural. You know, I'm not the best slapper in the world. I've only been doing it for the past like, you know, half a year or whatever. It was fun learning like a brand new technique that like I'd never really done before and I sucked at. But sure enough, man, the stuff is totally doable. Yeah, I sucked at it at first, man. It was so hard for me. It was so freaking awkward doing this whole thing. And I didn't know, like, why is everything ringing out? Well, guess what, man? What the dudes are doing? They're muting crap all over the place. And even that seems really hard, right? The muting. Just like playing other notes. Like, muting is not any harder than just playing notes, you know? It just feels awkward because you're not used to holding down the string and not putting down full pressure. You just gotta work on this stuff. So, boom. I get the bar, and then I move it up, and I put my middle finger down. Oops. And then this is just normal D chord. And I'm using my left hand to make them short. Not quite as clean as if you do it with the right hand, but it's happening too fast to do that. So you go, boom, take it off, right? And you just make it quick. Like you're hitting it, bam, bam, bam. Now again, but the fingers don't come off the strings, they stay on the strings. But you're just going, So they stay on the strings, they're always in contact with the strings, but the strings aren't always in contact with the frets, okay? Now you're into this section. This is not too bad either. The hardest section of this whole piece is like the first section, and then the section right after the first section, which is when it repeats and it does all like all that crap. That crap's pretty freaking hard. But this part, makes you feel like you're actually playing guitar, and not doing some crazy black magic bullshit on your fretboard that nobody in their right mind should do. But it makes you dope. Makes you sick, okay? That's why we play this crazy stuff, man. To get sick. Alright? Who's like us? Not many. Okay, so here's the deal, though. Really, this is all in the right hand, okay? Aside from that little mute. I'm actually using the whole ring finger there, my left hand. basically right when the hit happens or just slightly after the hit, that's when these fingers are coming down to mute. As far as the right hand goes, and this part, it's P and I. And then I am A, and a hit, and then index, thumb, I, P. That's all it is. Again and again. And then here, PA, PA, index, index and middle. But with the I, P in between. Ba-boo. That's basically this section, you know. So, wait, well, how's it go? Okay, out in the tab, I think, or in my video, I think I did D major to D minor. And then we're up here. You're going to get in position with the pinky on the string. And then these three fingers are going to be laying across all the strings behind so that you're muting it. So you get a nice clean sound. And then you just hit that crap right there. And at the end, I'm like hitting, and then I'm like kind of rolling my thumb back a little bit to grab the E string. Almost like this. It's almost like whoop, whoop. It's weird. It's a weird little move. This is it, baby, and then you're almost done. This part's easy, right? I do the smack, then I'm playing the first part just like that with no slaps. You can almost actually kind of do the slaps, but do it so lightly that it mutes. Mute. And then mute right after. You can do that anyway. You can do it with your right hand. Mute with your right hand, probably. Alright guys, it's Bob on Battlefield. If you have any questions regarding this, send me a message, baby. We'll talk about it. Alright, bye.